Hi friends, good evening. This is Dr. Harinath Reddy, Director Shankaran Study Circle. Today in this particular video, we will discuss about doubling of farmers' income. So relating to APPSC Group 1 Mains exam, economy paper and within economy paper relating to Indian economy, Chapter 7 deals with agricultural development in India. So probably this could be one important question for APPSC Group 1 Mains exam, because the present NDA government has emphasized on doubling the farmers' income by the year 2022. And to do this job, how to get this job done, an interministerial committee was appointed to examine the issues relating to the doubling of farmers' income, and this interministerial committee was chaired by Ashok Dalwai committee. Then, what are the several ways how the farmers' income can be doubled? So, this interministerial committee has identified 7 sources of income growth. The first one, improvement in crop productivity. So the yield per hectare, the yield per unit of land for a number of crops in India is much less than countries like China and elsewhere in the other parts of the globe. So there is an opportunity to increase the productivity, because the present levels of productivity of certain crops in India, they are below the world average, and there is a scope for improvement. Then improvement in livestock productivity. See, livestock, especially poultry, meat, milk, egg, there is increasing demand for such products, and if the farmers can switch over to meet the new demands, they can also increase their income levels as well. And for this to happen, the productivity, that is the production of milk or egg or meat per unit, that has to be increased. So that's why breeding programs are being taken up, disease control programs are being taken up, and a variety of measures of that kind are being taken up. Improvement in livestock productivity, and especially in the dryland areas and the semi-dryland areas, livestock, they act as a secondary source of income in the event of the failure of the crops. So by increasing the productivity of the livestock, the income of the farmers can be increased. And then the third focus area will be resource use efficiency. For example, per drop more crop. So under Pradhana Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, there is one subcomponent scheme which does focus on increasing water use efficiency. For example, if you bring more and more area under micro irrigation with the same amount of water, you can cultivate a much larger area, thereby increasing the quantum of the food grains produced. So resource use efficiency in the sense, so using water, fertilizer very efficiently so that the cost of production will come down. Then increase in the cropping intensity. Cropping intensity refers to the number of times the crop is grown on a particular unit of land. See, for example, by increasing agricultural mechanization, it is possible to grow more crops per unit of land within a single year through quick crop rotation. So mechanization plays an important role in increasing cropping intensity, thereby increasing the quantum of production of agricultural produce. So this is the fourth focus area. Then the fifth one, diversification towards high value crops. See, the farmers, because of minimum support price which is being given for paddy and wheat, are increasingly dependent on growing this wheat and rice. But instead, if the farmers can shift to high value crops like horticulture, they can greatly increase their income, and that also helps in doubling the farmers' income. And the sixth focus area, improvement in real prices received by the farmers. So by liberalizing the agricultural trade, the prices which the farmers can receive can be greatly increased. Then in addition, we have huge labor force which is dependent on agriculture. For example, 50%, around 50% of Indian population, they are dependent on agriculture and allied activities. So for all these people to get gainful employment in the farm sector, it's very difficult. So we have to skill them and observe them in the secondary sector so that we can increase the productivity in the primary sector. So to double the income of the farmers, several initiatives were already taken on the recommendations of Ashok Dalwai committee. And these initiatives include advocating progressive market reforms through the state governments. And this here it refers to agricultural market reforms so that the farmer can realize a better price for his agricultural produce. For example, the ongoing protests in the outskirts of Delhi, they pertain to the reforms in agricultural marketing, contract farming, etc. So here the first initiative refers to progressive market reforms through the involvement of the state government so that the farmer can get a benefit. And the second initiative, encouraging contract farming. So by encouraging contract farming, the dependence of the farmers on agricultural inputs can be greatly reduced because the sponsors will provide everything to the farmer, so that the dependence of the farmer on a formal credit, agricultural inputs will greatly come down. In addition to that, he can better realize a better price for his produce. And then, in addition to the regulated market yards, on the recommendations of Ashok Dalwai committee, the marketing infrastructure even outside the APMC market yards is being focused upon by creating a fund for this purpose within the Reserve Bank of India, that is upgradation of Gramin Haths to work as centers of aggregation and for direct purchase of agricultural commodities from the farmers. For this purpose, around 2000 crores is being allocated by Government of India. Then in addition to this, to give greater freedom to the farmers to sell their produce wherever they want and to realize a better price, ENAM was created, Electronic National Agricultural Market. And then by encouraging the farmers to go in for integrated nutrient management and also integrated pest management and to address the micronutrient deficiencies in the soils where the crops are grown through agricultural extension, we can improve the agricultural productivity. So that's why for this purpose soil health cards are being distributed to the farmers so that the use of fertilizers can be rationalized. And then another initiative taken for achieving doubling of farmers income is, as I told you just before, per drop more crop. So under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, this is one component wherein we want to increase the water use efficiency. How we can increase water use efficiency? One way is to go in for micro irrigation, bringing more and more land under micro irrigation so that water can be much more efficiently used, saving 20 to 40% of water which is being consumed. And then to protect the farmers from the vagaries of the monsoon and the nature, insurance coverage, better insurance coverage to crops for risk mitigation under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana is being implemented. And then interest subvention. So to ensure cheap credit available to the farmers adequately in time, Government of India also took the initiative for interest subvention up to 5% through the Kisan credit cards, and this interest subvention is being extended even to animal husbandry and fisheries related activities. And then Government of India has also took initiative to increase the minimum support prices for all Kharif and Rabi crops at a level of at least 1.5 times the cost of production. So that's it about the strategy to double the farmers' income and also the initiatives taken so far by Government of India. Thank you.